Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from Cookie, and this one is it's just my favorite comp. I just want to keep showing it every time we get them because Mechs and beatboxer stuff is just so fun to pull off. The big question is always though, how much do you meme? How much do you go for the ultra scaling, the tons and tons and tons of gold per turn versus how much do you just lock it down by going immediately in the tempo? Because the build is fast and it spikes real hard, but it is very counterable if you consolidate everything into 1 or 2 minions. All right, enjoy. These demon dragon mech. It's either monkey, I think, or cookie. Cookie line is get access to 3 stars in this game. Good hit. Best card to see on Tavern 1. Monkey line is to use the bananas to the level. No, it's kind of the... You don't have the health pool to work with. A lot of the ultra greed heroes have lower armor, and they also have no tempo at the beginning of the game, so you lose the health natively, just naturally as you play the middle of the game. And if you just get the high roller, you die. And that's what happened to us there, right? The final fight was somewhat manageable. We didn't have to take 1,000,000, but, you know, if we would have gotten a decent hit on the previous turn, we would have still been alive in that round. But the previous turn was minus 15 every time. If there was no damage cap, it would have been minus 35. Like, that person was that far ahead of the rest of the lobby. And there's no reason for us to be like, oh, we can be stronger later in the game if we're never going to be the biggest person and we also put ourselves down to like 1 health trying to stabilize the game. That kind of hero just is really bad right now. Been playing random duos, was wondering why queues are so long and Chinese names. Probably because Chinese players. Is that shocking? Worldwide audience for a game is going to give names in all kinds of languages. I know from my own experience that if I play in the evening, there's quite a few Korean players that play on NA ladders. A couple Chinese players, mostly Korean though, name-wise. Oh. I was going to level. I'm not leveling anymore. This is real cool. Guess we can look here first. Dragon or mech. Definitely dragon. Okay. Hero powers can only be used once a turn. Thanks, Bob. Not sure why you're telling me that, but must have clicked this as I went by or something. There's also a bunch of Australian players that play on NA. But they'll have English names. Good turn, dang. Good turn, dang. I was just going to go 3 on 3. You holding a triple? What is going on? Nerd Blaster, what's happening, bud? Oof. Oof. Big fan of the cock. Your dogs have gone mobile? True. Yeah. Dog cam. It's double dogs. You got one directly on the cam and one in the background. There you go. You didn't want to watch the combat, right? Doubling down on the dog cam. Telescope is a freeze. Because our current board state is going to pull toward demons, most likely. There are 2 absurdly good demons. Gross. Thanks, I hate it. Nothing like mid-rounds like that, I'll tell you what. Take 12 damage for nothing. But wait, there's more. This game is so silly, man. I would do this in a heartbeat. But we can't do this in level. And with Chimera, we should probably go 6, right? Looks like a demon game. No. Doesn't look like a demon game at all to me. Looks like a go to 6 game. Could be demons at the end. No, I agree that generally speaking, we have Soul Rewinder stuff, but the moment we hit this card, that direction is so much more consistent. Yep. 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 That is certainly one of the effects of all time. It's just so imbalanced, man. It's crazy. That's turn 6. Suddenly we went from a board that had a bunch of 1-3s and 3-3s to, pretty good. Am I getting baited by trying to play Mechs so much? Real talk for a second. We can go 6 next turn. It sure doesn't feel like Mechs are bait here. 1 minion's all it takes? I mean, we're talking about a minion like that. Real talk, yes. Could be. Also could be that we're trying to have fun and learn the meta. You don't learn when to play stuff if you don't understand when not to play stuff. I don't give a fuck about rank 1 right now. Week 3 rank 1 is just a grind, right? The person that's super, super, super far ahead is playing a billion games. We got to figure out the game, figure out how to position, and when to buy what we're supposed to buy. Gross. Lost a proc on everything but 1 unit. It's not like it's that far ahead at 15k, but like everybody's just stagnant at 15k right now. Getting 40 some points for first. You got to wait for rating inflation. We'll have Murlocs in, right? If playing wrong makes you better, I should be really good by now. You have to want to learn to get. You have to learn from your mistakes, I should say. Like, you don't get a lot better by just forcing the thing that you know is your best win, right? Like, for me, I'm very confident I could be 15k right now. If we just took every high armor hero and played consistently through the middle of the game, we'll just go top 4 every single game. We will get a 20% first place rate, somewhere in range of like 60 to 65% second or third, and then just like the remainder of them as fourths. Because those games, like, it's super consistent to do that. That doesn't help me get better going forward. I need to understand when I should be greeting, when I should be playing extra leveling lines, when I should be playing the other heroes that are actually, you know, putting up competitive level placements. The only way I do that is by playing the game. And losing in the process sometimes. Even with your RNG, I mean, our RNG is heavily tied also to playing high variance lines. You can avoid variance. No pirates. Love you. Meh. Interesting. Both are really, really good. And this is a pair. Kind of cute. You're kind of cute. I think we're doing this early. I know it's a little awkward because you want the triple early, but it's not that important. And Zarina's a lot of stats. It's cute, but probably not worth freezing. Bofur's a mistake to hit escape and then flail your mouse around the center of the screen. I've done it before. I'd say that I got below average results from it. Got unlucky. Hit the concede button. But, you know, with better RNG, I probably would have lived. Probably wouldn't have conceded in that scenario. I don't like this thing living. Isn't necessarily going to live, but... I was concerned about it living instead of being concerned about losing to this guy. Damn! We almost took the 3%er. Got the Cortatron, though. That's cool. Beatboxer? Oh my god. Bob. You shouldn't have. You just shouldn't have. Beasts are in. Pretty cheap. All right, 25 health. Now, how do we do this? Is Drukhari bad here? I think so, by a pretty good margin. The upside on Drukhari is that you have the ability to take end of turn small buff to this minion and this minion. You take a spot on the board, which is really not that acceptable at the moment. If it was like end of turn get Mechs or something, that would make some sense. But we need to have enough power on the board, and we need to get to triples. The more cards we play, the less likelihood it is to get to triples, but the longer we live, the more gold we have, the higher access to triples we have too. Yeah, it's not like it's the worst card, the Drukhari. It's just not good in this situation. Yeah, terrible combat. 7 to 10, might as well take 10. Go under damage cap. There's your module. Not a ton of things I want here. This isn't Hades? It isn't Hades. Hello, beatboxers. How are you? I wonder if the golden one's bait. Just take one. Not spend gold. I just gotta read I'm stronger than the ghost, right? Same logic on Drakari. I don't care about this. Like, I don't buy any of these. They're too expensive. Triple beetles. Against certain boards, that'd be really good. Triple. Please. Please, Bob, please. Next round for sure. Remember last time we tried to pull this line off and we died to a ghost? I remember. I don't have PTSD from that. You supposed to give me my triples. This thing has like a 50-50 of going off too. Nice. Good job at least. Nice. We got one of our triples. Okay. Moving in the right direction at least. Hits the right, we get the extra proc. Let's go find an Accordatron and live our best life. This is going to be awkward. Car. Okay. We should look at this first, actually, because there is a chance it's beatboxer. You can always take that if need be. It's pretty easy to get to. That one's way better. Chat seems better than yesterday so far. Chat's fine. Everything's fine. I ain't worried about Twitch chat as of late. Had some weird interactions, but nothing that's like too crazy. Do we die? Yeah, sometimes, but there's no Bramble Witch at least. Sounds like a fun time. However, why don't you have a Deflectobot on your board? Because you don't put too many stats on a Deflectobot on the beatboxer comp. I look away for 2 seconds and you get like a 300. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is that you either get to this point and you stabilize and you're really strong, or you don't and you die before you get there and you're really sad. But when you go golden beatboxer, you better get another beatboxer, otherwise you're a glass cannon of 2 minions. It's really typically better to have like 270 attack or whatever beatboxers than have one 300 attack beatboxer. Typically, that is. Could you please hit once to the right for me? Thank you. Before the Baron kills itself. Appreciate it. How much gold do you have? Dozens at this point. We had like 14 last turn, so this turn will be closer to like 30, 28, something like that. I didn't count. $20. I'm gonna do you at least. We do have the magnet because this one's magnetic. Okay. Okay. See, I'm not gonna know which one potentially triples here. So I guess I just kind of have to play it. Or I could hold it till next turn is another option. You're gonna be the most likely one. We're not rich enough, more gold, dude? You know what? I like the way you think. I like the way you think, actually. Now that I have 2 of these, do I ever not do this? No. Could do that early. Part of me wants to play the module on this. Or this. Just to play around Leroy stuff. We're like so late in the game. We should just be being robust. Go for the eyes. Yeah, the eyes of Scrap Scraper is really good, but it's too late at this point. I'm not using 6 gold next turn on it. We're talking about like the final fight. Dude, mechs are so good, man. This is a much more traditional mech board. I don't like that we're not getting all of our mechs off the death rattles, but it's okay. Could be a lot worse. Almost. If he got the shield, he actually had the chance. Well, wrong triple. Or right triple, what am I saying? We got quadruple, I should say. Leroy. Pretty good. All right, we only have 75 seconds. We don't have the magnetic module. We're not going to go that direction yet. Misses the click. It's a random magnetic. We can't play random magnetic though. What am I saying? The spell's good, but we need to see information first. Surely we'll get something else. 2020 buff. Kind of mid. Shot at beatboxer. Divine shield module. But if we don't have the magnetic one, as soon as we use it, we fuck ourselves over. These are not triples. All right. Disappointment. Hey, it's the magnetic one. Whatever. It is what it is. Leave it at that for the moment. Surely, he says, surely we'll get it. We're at 800. It's so bait to take the golden beatboxer, man. Like, all you gotta do is just not gold the beatboxer, then you have 3 relevant minions and you beat most everybody. Just don't gold it. Surely we'll get another one at some point in the game. I'm guessing you have a record regarding gold stack with mech rolls, 100? It's close to 1,000. Is what people have gotten to. Myself, it's somewhere like 800. It ramps pretty hard. Kind of meme lord doesn't gold the beatboxer though. That's honestly, that's the right read though. My magnet. Used to be easier with fluidity. I mean, it never was easier than this. We didn't have fluidity and battle cry plus death rattle scrap scraper. That's kind of nuts in terms of how many magnets you generate. Because if you get brand plus that plus spell generation, you just generate 10 plus per turn over and over again. There's a 100 gold cap. No. It used to be. It is not anymore. All right, Baron, get the fuck out of here. Let's simplify slightly. I need one more card gone. I need one more card gone. There we go. That's a card that can go. I like how we have no time to do this. What you doing this turn, Bofur? I don't know. 60 seconds. 50 gold. Beatboxer, magnets, beatboxer, magnets, beatboxer, magnets. $40 seconds. All right, game. All right, we're just going to go in then. Fine. Whatever. No beatboxers, no magnets. We found the one triple, which is cool. That way we can pick it up and put it on the Foe Reaper. Imagine if there were two 600/600s instead of it being he has a chance that he can just set this to 1 health. We eating good today, Bofur? Yeah, we eating good today. Our last game was a bit of a shit show, but the first one and this one are pretty fucking solid. We're gonna need to not lose the Foe Reaper. That's how you don't lose the Foe Reaper. Good job, Foe. Good game. Bob's eating good. We eating good. Life is good. 23 gold tip for Bob. But if you don't skip combats, when it's mech against mech mirrors, you get like 50 or 60-second turns. Which means it's kind of anticlimactic as you build like hundreds of gold on this board, but if you don't log out and log back in or disconnect from combat, you don't get to play any of the gold. How can we lose a 10%er? He sets health of one of our minions to 1 at the beginning of the turn. If it landed on the beatboxer, we lose.